Lovely. So back again with the wonderful Miss Shah, a modern day queen, one of the princesses of Melbourne here. And I just want, we've heard about her story in the other episode about how she juggles, being a mom, being a career woman, and being a wife. All of these things simultaneously. And now I guess I thought it was instructive that we have just a discussion on relationships in general. This is someone who I feel like, has a few tidbits for us, and also we can dissect my relationship life in the last few years as well, which has been, an adventure. It's been a challenge and it's been an experience, but it's been an adventure. So, I just think that that's something that we should address, and I think it's on. Relationships are one of the key facets of life. There is no life without your connections with people, whether that be as a brother, as a father, as a husband or a son or an employee. Relationships are the key aspects of life. This is the lifeblood that keeps us all going. And anybody who's having, any tension in their relationships or even a lack of relationships, should go out there and give some care to it, give some attention, give some time. And suddenly, there's just no ignoring it. You can't sit there and say, oh, well, it didn't work out for me. It didn't work out for me, and this is something that I'm not going to give any time or attention to. That's not the right way. We need to go out there. We need to be out there in the arena. We need to be putting up our best foot forward, working on ourselves, healing ourselves, and putting ourselves out there for the world, and for ultimately for that one special someone to have on this as a co-pilot in this journey. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to preface this by. And Misha, please tell us something.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. Hello to my virtual family.
Lovely.
Great.
So, I'll say, so has it been? Have you noticed anything in the way people are going about dating or finding that connection? Have you seen it? I mean, you're obviously married. You would have met your partner at some point.
Yeah.
Are you seeing any trends or anything of note, that we can...
Yeah, so these days, it's a very different trend than what it used to be when I met my partner 10 years ago. When I met him, he was in... 10 years ago, life was still, we were having phones and laptops and Insta, but the social media wasn't out there as much. So it was still old school 10 years ago, where people love happy people. The trend over the years has completely, I feel like, has changed. Not that I have a recent experience in dating life. Of course, I'm happily married. However, I have a few friends around me who are singles, and I hear the stories, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. The trend that I see, the common trend, it's all about social media these days. And finding someone in real life has become so harder.
True.
To a level that people has sort of almost given up, thinking that, okay, I'm happy being single because it's so hard. They've gone through 3 rejections online. And I don't know why it's doing it this way. It's supposed to be absolutely not this. It's not good for family. It's not good for themselves. It's just society is going completely different direction. And one thing I would blame is social media these days. Everyone is in their own bubble these days.
Yeah.
It could be they're on their laptop, could be on their phone, doom scrolling, going on the apps, Tinder, Shadi.com, or some other elite website to find a partner virtually. Why is happening that virtually we have to find someone? Why can't we do old school like we used to? People meet happy people. Why that doesn't exist anymore? It's because A, social media, B, a lot of mental stress that people go through these days. And the one the one that I would say, the one that really hard to find, when you even meet someone online, it's taking a while to build that connection, because either that person is not in the same country or city as you are, so it's sort of become a distance relation, and that's another issue.
Yeah.
So you always like try to find someone around you, and even that's not working well. And the more that you are in your early 30s or late 30 life, it gets harder and harder, because it's just the good lot has already gone. That's what sometimes it feels like. But it's not that. It's just people have become so habitual about their own single life that, okay, I don't have a timeline. I don't have anyone to go back to. I'm so free. They started actually enjoying that life, but not realizing the impact in later in their life won't be good, because you need a life partner. You need that soulmate to sort of sometimes share and share your happiness, your ups and downs. You need that partner. It could be, doesn't have to be a married couple, but you need someone to put your shoulder on.
True.
And I feel like people need to just take it easy these days. It doesn't have to be that hard or harsh. It should be easy to find a partner, but people need to realize that, okay, life is not as hard. Take it easy, you know. It's a YOLO. YOLO is you live once. Make the most out of it.
Too good. Well said. There's so much to unpack there, but there's so much wisdom to it. It really does boil down to that. I think social media has kind of stripped us away from just having that organic and really natural connection, that kind of chemistry that can only come from, hey, I saw a pretty attractive lady in the supermarket, and I had the courage to go up and say, hey,
Correct. There should not be anything like, oh, this guy reached out to me in person. No, it's good in a way than going via social media.
And it's like, it's just hard, because we as society have conditioned that, like, okay, it's the guy's job to go out there and initiate the interaction. But then now, if you do try and do that interaction, so much negativity can come from that in this era we're in, where I think, like, rightly or wrongly, many good guys feel like, hey, even if I see someone who I'm interested in, I'm never ever in a million years gonna go and say hello, introduce myself, even though that's an innocent and suitable and appropriate thing to do. There's nothing wrong at all with any person in this world going and introducing yourself, and from there you can see if there's something there or not. It really is just the door opener. But I feel like many guys that I know of, or am friends with or acquaintances with, that is something that comes up in almost every talk that we have, that it's just like, where am I supposed to meet someone?
And people sometimes they join the gym, they join some meetup groups just in a hope that they'll find someone there. But still, I don't know why it becomes so hard to find the right partner for yourself. And the other thing, we also need more kids, more bright future. So we need to get together, have some love, some connection.
Truly.
What do you think about Shiv? How you are on a you've been looking for a lovely life partner for some time. Well, what are your thoughts? Why do you think it's so hard to find someone these days when you've got education, you've got amazing looks? There is absolutely, I don't think anything there is stopping you.
Definitely. Well said. And thanks, Misha. I mean, I think you hit it on the nail on the head there. It's, we are so concerned with, like, okay, let's swap each other's Instagram handles, and please message me in like 20 seconds, when you should think that the interaction is important, your chemistry is important. It's not gaining a follower from a stranger. That's really not the important part. Your communication with that person can lead to something. You need to focus on that. So that's what we'll say on this topic, and that's how we'll wrap it up and leave it to people to go with from there. Focus on the interaction, focus on an exchange of communication, and then you'll see commonalities come, and then commonalities will bring people together, and you will see that your personal life
That's
and your
absolutely
relationship.
right.
Yeah.
And to my beautiful girls, if don't afraid to go and say, "Hey, I like you." It doesn't have to be always a man move. That's
Truly, truly.
yeah.
Yeah, no, certainly. I mean, yeah, it's equal opportunity. We're in a modern new age, and a woman can certainly initiate it and get it going too. It's a free market and a free for all. So yeah, lovely, love. Coming back to me, so yeah, I think it's those who know me know that my personal life is something that I've given attention to the last couple of years. I've definitely certainly um, put some energy into it, put some time. I was someone who in my 20s for sure I was just happy to have my independence, have my freedom. I love that idea of oh, okay, I've got a gap in my calendar for 4 days, let me go to Fiji and let me just hang out, or let me go to wherever it is, South Island, New Zealand. And there was a time and place for that. At that moment, that was really what kept my soul happy and kept me very much refreshed and energized. But I think, I mean, as you mentioned earlier, it's just um, this life shouldn't be a solo journey, and I certainly do want that feeling of somebody to come home to, somebody
Yes.
to come home to. That's important. Someone to think about when I'm making plans. Like, am I if I want to have dinner? I know I like having maybe I want to have teriyaki chicken, but my partner likes beef bulgogi. Oh, we'll have a debate about it. There's something nice about having thinking for two rather than one. I think it's definitely something that is ingrained in us in human nature. um,
Absolutely agree on that.
and I want to have that feeling. I really feel like I'll be in my apartment and I'll have a beautiful view and I'm enjoying myself, but I know that there is a hollowness too. There's a hollow sentiment behind my smile in some way, because I feel like I really want someone to be there for, to look after, to take care of, to be held accountable by someone. It's just something that's come about in my 30s. It's not definitely wasn't born this way. I felt that in my younger years. It's just I felt like it's an evolution in me as a man and a modern day Aussie Indian boy. I feel like that's an evolution. And
No, I'm sure you'll find someone beautiful out there. There's absolutely you. Like I said, you got you're a master in accounting. You got amazing look. You're well settled. So I don't see anything stopping you. But still, these generations
I think
yeah.
nah, it's you make a good point. I think it's just for me, I have it in my head that I would like someone that fits a certain mold. Like, I'm not fussy in some way. Like, I'm not so picky in terms of like, oh, she should think this way or she should do this or that. I have a certain mold in my head. Like, she should be someone who's very loving. Like, just that word loving comes to me. Like, someone who's very warm and affectionate. This is something that really speaks to me, because I felt like I had many cold characters in my early years. So when I meet someone who's loving and very warm, I feel instantly like just uplifted by them. I want to be around them, and I think that's why me and you are such good friends too.
Oh, my pleasure.
And I think it's that warm and loving, very secure in her feminine energy. That's an amazing thing. It's really priceless. I think those women are, um, really exceptional, and I'm looking for that. Just someone who's also not afraid or not ashamed to be a family woman. Like, there's no shame.
Exactly.
Like, as you mentioned, there's no shame in wanting to have children and having a family and a career. You can do it all. It takes a village. Like, you need a supportive husband. You need someone to help with the heavy lifting of raising a child. It shouldn't
Yeah.
just. It's certainly not going to just fall on one person. It's not going to fall on the wife. And we need to the husbands need to go out there and learn to cook and learn to look after the some of the admin tasks that women do every day. So that, but yeah, just someone who has that family values, someone who can also adjust easily. There's some people I've met. I've been on countless dates. If you've been to Darling Harbour, I'm usually there like once every fortnight on a first date or a second date, trying to get through this process of finding my wifey, my darling. And some are so spoiled. That's just one trait that I can never stomach. Some of these girls have been pampered and spoiled to the point where they can't be satisfied, and they're not in a position to be satisfied. I always felt like I have that, a trait where I can be satisfied. I can be satisfied. Like something, even if it's not perfect, if something is in front of me and that's all that we have, like I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah. I think one thing also makes a little harder is as you grow, you get wiser. And as you get wiser, your choices become narrower. So that is also not helping in this generation, that in your young days, you were just sort of chilled and free. So you accept, a little bit of vulnerability. But as you grow up, you just want to have a really, really strict sort of a checklist that you can't negotiate on something. It doesn't have to be like that. Take it easy sometime. There are non-negotiables, of course, for everyone, but it doesn't have to be a massive list. And that list will only grow as you grow because you're just getting wiser, which is amazing. But you're missing out on something.
Yeah, and you're ruling out potentially good people as well. You're, you're spiting yourself in that exercise because you're, in some ways, like you're getting wiser, you're broadening your horizons, but you're also narrowing your.
I agree, because you feel like you don't have time to, you're wasting your time, you feel like sometimes, or you just don't have enough time to give. But yeah, you're ruling out good people like you.
Yeah, indeed. But, if there's a girl out there who can laugh easily and who just smiles like, easily and isn't that complicated in terms of like, I'm having a good time, or I'm happy right now, or I'm gonna be satisfied by you, or it's just someone who's got like a simple nature in that way. Like it doesn't take much for them to be stimulated, or take much for them to feel like, I'm enjoying myself, I'm enjoying my time right now, I'm enjoying the company of this person. That's really appreciated. It shouldn't be this ever-evolving challenge to be like, okay, what's the most elaborate thing you can say? What's the most elaborate thing you can do? What's the fanciest outfit you could find in your closet? Like, I'm not trying to play that game, and I'm unaware that this game is going on. But unfortunately, it seems like that. Like in Sydney, especially, it really feels like that. You'll go to Meat and Wine Co. down by Barangaroo, and it's a real game that's going on there. And I feel like it's hard to participate in that game, but also it's a game that you just don't want to play. And I just want to feel like I'm connected to someone. I want to feel like that humor will never align 100%. Even what we feel is valuable to us will never align 100%. But if we have enough of a thread, that's good enough. And
100%. Agree on everything. Now you know where to find Shiv. He's already given us a nice hints. Darling Harbour, I just heard that. He's a humble man. He's an amazing, caring man. Surely someone out there is waiting for you, Shiv.
Yeah, and if you love a good Hindi movie, and if you watch Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum and you shed a tear, yes, you might just be my wife if I meet you. We might just have to have a relation.
So one best thing about you is that you're very mixed. You don't know how to speak Hindi well, but you still would love to go and watch Bollywood movie and still embrace Bollywood culture.
Yes.
So that's the best. That's amazing about you, and you're so respectful in that culture, even though you're not born in India.
Yeah, I think that's really one of my greatest calling cards. Like, I didn't grow up going to a temple. I didn't grow up doing many things that what many immigrant Indian families would have done, or even any family in India would have done. But I just understand the essence and the soul of what a modern Desi man would feel.
Yeah.
I really feel like Indian families in particular, I think they're like and this isn't to disparage any other family in this world. We're certainly not saying that, but I feel like the Indian family has the most joy. It has the most joy. Like if you've ever been to an Indian family in Diwali time or around Holi
Yeah.
or Navratri, the music, the smell of incense and the incense sticks everywhere,
And the smell of food.
and the food, the amazing famous food, and just the sheer joy that's in that house, I don't think is replicated by anybody else. And I've been all over the globe, and I've lived with a lot of people. I feel like that is really something special. It's something that I would love to have in my home one day. I don't want to go home to a flashy looking apartment and just be by myself there. I'm not someone who can be entertained by watching Netflix or playing video games. Like, it doesn't do it for me, and I want to come home and have that joy in the home. And Lord willing, it'll come to be, and the search will continue.
Absolutely, it will come to you. Hopefully, straight after this podcast. Never know.
Too good, too good. Well, thanks again, Michelle. We've got a wonderful, wonderful wisdom and hopefully a little laugh there. And we'll certainly come back to you very soon. And your wonderful sense of humor and wisdom for this modern age and for this generation, it's really, really appreciated, and keep going. You're such a champion.
Thanks, Humble, my good friends, and hope you find someone right after this.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Wonderful.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.